the real life Pokemon trainer. His name is Omar Odavi, and they actually ran tests for that. So he's like kind of like the real life Aquaman.
Yeah.
So he controls the fish and stuff like that. He can do that. Yeah.
do that shit?
So when he was growing up, his mom noticed that even any animals on land were coming up to him, like random dogs on the street, going up to him, licking him, right? So once he got older, they put a test in the ocean. So this is the test they ran. By the shore, they put a chair, right? And they put a random guy out, and he said, "Go lay on that chair." No fish, no sharks came to the shore. They switched it, same chair, same everything, to Omar. Fam, if you look at the video, all the fish started surrounding him, but it wasn't biting him.
Yeah.
Like the sharks were like friendly towards him, so he was like low-key controlling him.
Does he have something in his DNA?
That's what I'm saying. He has something. So there's like I think it's Mercury in his DNA that attracts these.
Have you guys heard of they call him the real-life Aquaman. His name is Omar Odavi, a mystery wrapped in human form. What makes him unique? Omar has an inexplicable, almost supernatural bond with sea creatures. Scientists are baffled. His blood tests reveal abnormally high levels of mercury, enough to alarm any doctor. But it doesn't stop there. His blood seems to emit a strange magnetic field, something no human has ever been known to possess. It's this mysterious pull that draws ocean creatures to him. Picture this: Omar sits on a lone beach in a metal-framed chair, the kind you'd overlook as ordinary. Within minutes, the water begins to stir. Sharks, stingrays, and schools of shimmering fish rise from the depths, swarming toward him as if answering a silent call. No bait, no tricks, just Omar. In a control test, another person sits in the same spot, the same chair. Nothing happens. The ocean remains still, indifferent. But the moment Omar takes his seat again, life erupts from the water like an aquatic symphony. Yet Omar's gift is as much a curse as it is a marvel. His unique biology has wreaked havoc on his body. The high mercury levels leave him constantly fatigued, while his circulation is so poor that his hands and feet are always icy cold. Heat pads and thermal gloves are a necessity, not a luxury. Cold weather is his enemy. His hands and feet risk frostbite even in mild winters. Omar is forced to live in tropical climates, forever tied to the warmth of the sun. Rumors swirl about his origins. Some say he was born near a shipwreck site, heavy with mercury runoff. Others claim he's the result of a secret government experiment gone wrong, or maybe gone right. Scientists scramble to study him, desperate to uncover the secrets of his blood. Could it hold the key to better understanding the planet's magnetic fields? Or perhaps it's tied to some unknown evolutionary trait that humans left behind thousands of years ago. Whatever it is, Omar is the center of their fascination and their fears. Omar himself keeps quiet, living a life torn between awe and isolation. Some see him as a marvel, a living bridge between humanity and the ocean. Others see him as a potential threat, a man whose very existence defies the laws of nature. But one thing is certain: wherever Omar Odavi goes, the ocean listens.
Were you thinking that Omar Odavi may have had something to do with this dolphin stampede that happened off the coast of Dana Point, California a few days ago? If you were thinking that, you are correct, and the story was quite comical. So they flew Omar and I out to California about a week ago, and they put him in the water quite off land, and immediately a great night shark swam up to him, quite a big one, and Omar wasn't even scared, and he was showing off of it. He said, "Watch this," and he put his hand out a little bit, and that great night shark swam off immediately. And then about 3 minutes later, thousands and thousands of these dolphins swam up to him and around him and were swimming in circles. It was an incredible feat to witness. I don't know how Omar does it. I'm grateful to know him. And this was filmed by people on the surface that were clueless that Omar was in the water, wondering why these dolphins were gathering in.
Have you heard of Omar Odavi? It's the man right there. He has feet, it seems magic. He attracts sea life to him. It flocks to him whenever he gets near or in the water, but it also respects him. So here you can see he gets in the water, and I'm guessing there's at least 250 fish there around him. But as he swims through it, they part their way as if they're respecting him and bowing down to him. It's quite incredible. The reason why this is happening is scientists are trying to discover his blood type because they think it's something to do with his blood. He has a high mercury count and high metal count in his blood. They don't know if it's a magnetic field, but it's insane, and they're trying to do studies to figure it out. Omar does not like the attention he's getting, so he tries to lay low. But one of the cons of this, what this seems as X-Men magic is that he has poor circulation to his hands and his feet. So I'm trying to keep Omar Odavi in public spaces so they can't get him because they have been pursuing us relentlessly ever since we escaped the compound. But Omar was like, I miss fish. I miss creature critters. I miss ocean life. And so we arranged that he could come to this aquarium and do a little scuba diving. And boy, did he put on a show. He's always one to put on a show. You can see that he grabbed the shark and he's hugging it and twirling it around. But it was crazy. Right when he literally dipped a toe in and went under, all the fish started swimming to him and swimming around him like this. And the shark just came up to him super docile, and he just grabbed it and gave it a big giant hug. And all of this was just rejuvenationing to Omar. He said he left the tank feeling more hope, more optimistic about the future.
You see these hands coming out of this hole? Let me show you the video.
The real life Pokemon
on Omar Odavi. I'm so sorry it's taken me so long. You all have been so patient, and we really appreciate you, both Omar and I. So Omar now is in the United States. They've been running tests on him for the past few weeks. This is one I filmed where they made him submerge his hand into a fish tank of baby clownfish, and they had all these sensors. Some of them were measuring the mercury content or the magnetic field that were being emitted from him. Others were measuring chemicals that were coming out of his pores, different things to try to get to the bottom of it. I'm still a little skeptical and not fully trusting, and I've told Omar this. He's reassured me that it's fine and it's okay, but we do have our bags packed and everything ready to go in case we need to split at a moment's notice. But a lot of the tests have been pretty cool.
They call him the real-life Aquaman.
So I was with Omar Odavi last week, and he woke up really early in the morning. He's like,
Do you know Aquaman Omar Odavi? A man who was born with the ability to attract marine life. He has always been very mysterious. Recently, it was revealed that he has a sister named Trisha. She has a similar talent. In fact, the same talent that Odavi has. I have made some videos about Omar. So Omar has the ability to get close to the ocean or water, or immerse himself in it, and see life being attracted to him like a magnet. He is like a marine life magnet. Scientists have been studying him to try to get to the bottom of the matter. They think it is the high levels of mercury and heavy metals in his blood that form some kind of magnetic field or pole. And her sister Trisha has the same talent, but she does not want to show it publicly. After all, this incredible ability makes her worried about mysterious consequences.
Hey guys, Omar is no longer by the ocean. He's no longer in warm weather, but I'll have an update in the next few days. But really send all your positive vibes our way, please. So I finally got permission from the Odavi family to share another exciting update. Omar actually has a sister named Trisha that has a similar gift, actually the exact same gift that he has. I've done a few videos on Omar. So Omar has the ability to go near the ocean or water or submerge himself in it, and sea life attracts itself to him like a magnet. He's like a sea life magnet. Scientists have been studying him, trying to get to the bottom of it, and they think that it's the high mercury count in his blood. I'm sorry it's taken me 24 hours to get an update on Omar Odavi. I got to the island super late last night, but we stayed up pretty much the whole night talking. I think nerves Have you heard of Omar Odavi? If you haven't, take a minute to go watch my other videos on him. I promise it's worth the watch. This guy has something in his blood. He has high concentration of mercury and other metals that scientists believe are creating a magnetic field that
All your computer screens are blue lit. The reason none of them are red lit
The reason none of them pay attention to circadian biology is because that original technology was developed in a government program that Bobby Kennedy knows about, and I happen to know about because I went to medical school at LSU. For those of you who've never heard about Operation Paperclip, you think it's all conspiracy theory. So at Tulane Neurology and Tulane Neurosurgery in the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, the CIA started a program there where they would do all these crazy things to monkeys. The CIA wanted to see how they could control things utilizing different things like drugs and things like that. Where the neurosurgeons got involved, which is my clade, we would drill tops of the heads off, put wires into the thalamus, put electricity in there, and kind of see what kind of behavioral changes we could have. One of the guys that was in that program was a guy named Professor Delgado. When he saw that we could control the behavior with the wired device, he said, what if we do it wirelessly? So he checked it in monkeys and checked it in bulls, and it turned out you can do it wirelessly with RFID chips and semiconductors. Then the CIA took it to the next level. They said, well, since this is electromagnetic radiation, what if we did it through light through screens? And it turns out you can. And that's the reason why all your computer screens have the frequencies they have. So why is this all important? Well, the person that set this meeting up between me and Bobby is the patent attorney that made sure that Google and Meta have those things so they can control the things that we all do. Where did the original idea come from that started off in MKUltra with the CIA? You're going to be surprised when you hear this. It came from the mafia in Las Vegas. They wanted to build a new city in a desert. They enclosed it all, blacked out the windows, invented slot machines that were blue lit. And they found out that they didn't have to take a gun, stick it in your face to steal your money. Then they even got smarter. They said, let's give people free alcohol while they're doing that. And they found out they got the money quicker. And that's when the CIA got the idea to start this program. That's really how it started.
Odavi, if you haven't, you're going to want to watch my other video on him. Scientists are baffled by him because he attracts sea life. He has something in his blood. They think it's the mercury content or the metals, but sea life is attracted to him and they're peaceful with him. Here you can see Omar right here swimming with this great white shark that is massive. And the great white shark is docile. It doesn't want to eat him. They cuddle a little bit here and touch each other a little bit. But anyway, I wouldn't recommend going close to a great white shark. Have you heard of Omar Odavi? He's the man who's like a magnet for sea life. Whenever he gets into the water, it doesn't matter if it's fish, if it's sea turtles, if it's whales, sharks, they all flock to him and seem to revere him. And so, scientists think it's because of the high mercury count in his blood. It creates some sort of a magnetic field. Other people think it's his frequency, like the non-scientist people. But, I met up with him yesterday and we did a dive session together, and I made him bring a camera with him so that you could see what it's like from his perspective. So you can see all the fish coming to surround him, and it's dark. It like creates this darkness, but it's beautiful from his point of view. I can't believe I haven't showed you this before, so you can see what it's like to be Omar. And then this was me filming him coming out of that fish school. And so Omar's incredible. He's such a good human. He's actually